Hi, we'll begin our workshop now. We'll start. If y'all can hear me, just send a hi. Okay. Alright, so we are just starting the workshop right now. First of all, welcome everyone. The ones who have joined for the first time, I have a lot of workshops that I take free and paid ones. So today is our free workshop. I have a free workshop at least once a month with whatever new recipes or something that I feel is worth sharing with you all. I come up with a free workshop. So for our today's workshop here, we are going to be making a jelly mask, a jelly face mask. And I will be sharing all the details with you all. I will be sharing the recipe as well. There will be no PDF or video which will be given for this free workshop. So I would request everyone to write it down, everyone to take down the recipe that I'm sharing with you all. Alright, in case if you all have any questions, you all can just write it, you all can write down your questions. As in when I get time, I will answer all the questions. Alright? Just a minute. Okay, so now for today's workshop, we will be making two jelly face masks. Before we start making the mask, I will just give you all a few benefits of why I have gone ahead and selected this for our today's workshop. Nowadays, we use a lot of hydrogel masks. Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. I hope everyone can hear me. I hope I'm audible to everyone. If anyone can just type if you all can hear me. Okay. Very good. So now before we start the making, I will just give you all a little bit of idea that why we are going to be making a jelly mask today. You all must have heard a lot of hydrogel masks, face masks that have come in. It's like these sheets that we use, which we just cover our face with those sheets, and it is extremely hydrating for the skin. You get that very good cooling effect on your skin when you use these hydrogel masks. So this jelly mask is somewhere on the same lines like a hydrogel mask. The only difference is that here you will get a jelly mask which you will have to apply with your hand or any brush or anything. But in the face mask that you get, it's like a sheet that you put on your face. So that's the only difference. But otherwise, it gives you the same cooling effect, the same benefits, the same nourishing properties, like hydrating properties, especially in the summers. You feel your face is it needs some more hydration, that cooling effect, that freshness. So basically these hydrogels, these jelly masks help in that. It gives you that good, fresh and supple feeling on your skin. So that is one reason why for the summers I have selected this hydro jelly mask, which we will be making today. Your questions, I will be taking it as and when I get time. In case if you all have any questions, please type it and I will answer you all. So first, we are going to be making two types. One, I'm going to be making a rose jelly mask, and the other one I'll be making a aloe vera jelly mask. Now the rose, I will give you all a few benefits of what I'm making. For the rose jelly mask, this is suitable for a combination skin, for a dry skin. Even people with oily skin can use it. There is no problem. It's going to give you a very good freshness on your skin, but it is preferably better for people who have a very dry or a combination skin. So this will give them a little more hydration to the skin. The masks that we are making here are not very advanced masks. They are simple masks which anyone can make. Even if you have not made any skincare products in the past, you will still be able to make these easy jelly masks. For more advanced products, for more advanced masks, you all will have to join the workshops that I have. All the details of all my upcoming workshops are always shared in the groups that you all are in. So if anyone wants any information on that, you all can definitely message me. So now we'll start. We'll begin with our rose jelly mask. For this, our main ingredient, this is going to be a water-based ingredient. It's going to be a water-based mask. It doesn't contain any oil. So that is why it gives you maximum hydration for your skin. There is no oil content in this. When you apply it, you will have that good cooling effect on your skin. These masks, generally you apply it, you keep it for 30 minutes. Whatever I am telling you all, please make a note of it, because there is no PDF, no videos that's going to be shared. So whatever important points I'm sharing with you all, please write it down for your reference. So you all can go back and refer to it if you all have any confusion while you all are making it. And for this, it's going to be a water-based mask with no oil. After applying for 30 minutes, you need to apply this mask like a jelly mask all over your skin for 30 minutes. After which, you just need to rub your face. Just rub all the gel all over your face and then wash it off. It will be a little bit, it will take some time, for all the gel to come off, but it's worth the wait, because after you wash off your mask, you will actually see the effect on your skin. So now I'm going ahead and starting with my rose jelly mask. I'll share the recipe. I will just tell you all the ingredients and all the proportion of the ingredients. So please make sure you'll write down all the measurements of making this jelly mask. So first of all, when you're making any skincare product, the very important rule is you need to use distilled water. If at all you want to sell your products, using distilled water is very essential. In case if you are using it, for your family or for yourself, and you know that you're going to finish this product within 15 days or maximum a month, you can go ahead and use your filtered water, DM water. That is fine. But if you're looking at selling your products, you have to use only distilled water. So that is one thing, very important thing, which you have to keep in mind. Now here we start off with measuring our water. Now since this is a rose jelly mask, I'm going to take a combination. I'm not adding full water. I'm going to be taking a combination of rose water and normal distilled water. So the quantity here will be 51 grams of water, distilled water, 51 grams of distilled water, and 35 grams of rose water. Whatever questions you all have, you all can write it down. As and when I get time, I will answer your questions. Right now we are starting with the making of the rose jelly mask. So here we are going to be taking 51 grams of normal distilled water and 35 grams of rose water. Please write it down. And your measurements have to be very accurate. Please make sure you all are not going wrong with the measurements. Just give me a minute. Okay, so here I am first measuring my water, my distilled water, 51 grams. Okay, and in this water itself, we will be adding our 35 grams rose water. So again, rose water, you all are aware of the benefits of rose water. It is very, very nourishing and hydrating for your skin. Masks, then we have to, yes, if you make other masks, then you have to skip rose water. If you want to add rose water, aloe vera water, any hydrosol of your choice, you can go ahead and do that. And now I'm adding my rose water here. Okay, so here I have measured my water and my rose water. I have added both together because we need it together, and we'll keep this at the side. Now the next thing what we are doing is we need a gelling agent. Since we are making a jelly mask, gelling agent is very essential. It's the most important ingredient to make the jelly mask. Now there are a lot of gelling agents out there for cosmetic use, which we use for making cosmetics. But here today the gelling agent that we will be using is xanthan gum. So xanthan gum is considered as one of the most natural form of a gum, which we see, we use in a lot of beauty products. So that is the gum that we will be using here today. Now the quantity of xanthan gum that we are going to be using is 2 grams. For anyone who wants their jelly face mask to be, a thicker gel, more jelly consistency, you can go up to 3 grams. But you cannot go anywhere more than 3 grams. So just make a note of that. Here for a recipe today, I'm going to be using 2 grams. But if you wish to, you can go up to 2.5 to 3 grams if you want a thicker consistency of your jelly. The only thing is, the thicker you make your jelly mask, it gets a little difficult while you remove it. 2 grams is, I feel it's a perfect ratio where it is easy to remove and it gives you all the benefits that you need. So here I'm going to go ahead and take 2 grams of xanthan gum. In case if you want to use any other gums, if you're already making cosmetic products, you have other gums, you can go ahead and use that as well. Xanthan, Z-A-N-T-H-A-N, xanthan gum. Z-A-N-T-H-A-N. After the workshop, I will be giving you all the vendor details. I will be sharing it in the group where you will get all your products. There is also a discount available for people who are ordering more than products up to 2000 or more. In case if you all are into making of other skincare products and you need more raw materials, I will share the vendor details with the discount code. Anyone interested can go ahead and order their products from there. So it is Z-A-N-T-H-A-N, xanthan gum. Gelling agent. The gelling agent, the quantity is 2 grams. Here I am taking 2 grams of xanthan gum. And when you use any type of gum, it does dissolve in water, but it takes a lot of time and it creates a lot of mess because it does not get gelled in the right way. So whenever we are dissolving any gums, we use glycerin to dissolve the gum. So even in this recipe, we are going to be using glycerin to dissolve our xanthan gum. So the quantity of glycerin that I'm using is 6 grams. Please write it down. It will be 2 grams of xanthan gum and 6 grams of glycerin. So this is only to dissolve the xanthan gum properly, so that we don't have any lumps left, because otherwise generally when we dissolve our gums, you get these lumps in between in your final product. So when you dissolve it with glycerin, you get a very nice smooth texture, and even the final texture of your jelly mask will be very smooth and with a good finish. So here I'm going ahead and measuring my 2 grams xanthan gum. You can go, as I said, you can go up to 2.5 to max 3 grams. Please don't go above that, otherwise you're just going to end up with a very thick jelly, and you won't feel like using that. So don't go more than 3 grams. So here we have our 2 grams xanthan gum, and I'm going to be adding my 6 grams of glycerin into the xanthan gum. In case if anyone is unable to understand anything, you all want me to repeat anything, please do message. And you'll have to be very accurate where measurements are concerned. Please make sure that your weighing scale is working well. Otherwise, I have people who make products and it doesn't turn out properly, and then we get to know that the weighing scale was not okay, so the measurements were all inaccurate. So please make sure that your weighing scale is weighing perfectly when you're making any beauty product. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and mix the xanthan gum with the glycerin. You don't need to heat anything here. We are not heating anything for making these jelly masks. They are all going to be made at normal room temperature. And it is very easy to make. Once you make it, you will realize that it's very simple to make these masks. And they are equally effective as well. Okay, so far I'll just repeat the measurements for those who have just joined and who have not been able to get the recipe here. I have taken 51 grams of water. I have taken 35 grams of rose water, and here we have 2 grams of xanthan gum mixed with 6 grams of glycerin. So the texture is something like this. If you see, it's like a nice gummy texture, but it is very well dispersed with the glycerin. So now you have to make sure that you're mixing everything very well. And now the next ingredient that we will be adding here, this is going to be more, these are just the skin loving ingredients. Whenever we make any beauty products, we do add certain ingredients to enhance our beauty product, like certain skin loving ingredients. You can add any proteins, you can add any extracts, you can add vitamins. There are a lot of skin loving ingredients that you can introduce in your skincare products, depending on the reason why you're making it, depending on what is the problem that you want to treat when you're making a product. So here, since we are looking at more hydration and nourishment for dry and combination skin, the extracts that I am going to be adding is green tea extract and grape seed extract. This is again very good for combination and dry skin. Grape seed extract is full of antioxidants to give you that nice shine and glaze on your skin. So which generally people with a very dry skin, they don't have that shine on their skin. So this will enhance that. So if you don't have grape seed and green tea extract, you can replace it with any other extracts that you have available. It's not necessary you have to add the extracts that I am adding. You can go ahead and compensate it with any other extracts of your choice. So here I will go ahead and add my grapeseed and green tea extract. I'm going to be taking 2 grams of each, 2 grams of grapeseed extract and 2 grams of green tea extract. So here I have measured my extracts, 2 grams grapeseed extract, 2 grams green tea extract. So here, since we are not heating anything, we can go ahead and directly add our extract into the water. And please make sure whatever extracts you are adding are all water soluble, because this is a completely water based jelly mask that we are making. We don't have any emulsifiers here that will emulsify your oil or blend it with the oil. So make sure whatever extracts, whatever proteins, whatever vitamins, anything that you all are adding are all water soluble. Even the fragrance that you add, the essential oil you will not be able to add, but the fragrance oil that you add, make sure that it is a water soluble fragrance oil. You do get water soluble fragrances, so make sure it's all water soluble, so that you are not ending up with any separation where your oil is coming up and the product is settling down. So please make sure of that. Okay, so now I have gone ahead and mixed the extract with the water, and now what we need to do is we need to add our xanthan gum and glycerin mixture that we have prepared here. Now this, once you add the mixture, make sure you are mixing this very well. Make sure the mixing is done very well so that it is evenly dispersed in the water. It will take some time for it to thicken till it gets hydrated completely, and then you will see the texture that it has thickened. This is the best way to disperse xanthan gum in glycerin. If you directly add xanthan gum in your water, it will thicken, but it will take a lot of time. There will be a lot of undissolved particles of the xanthan gum that will be left. It will not disperse evenly. It will not give you a good texture. So you have to mix it in the with the glycerin. Also, if you're finding it difficult, if anyone is finding it difficult at this point, the mixing part, or if there are a lot of thick xanthan gum particles here in your mixture, you can also use a blender. You can go ahead and just blend this complete gel with your blender, so everything will be blended perfectly. Alright, so this is already thickening now. It will take some time to thicken and give us the proper final consistency. Any type of gums that you use when you're making your products, it does take time to give the actual thickness, the actual consistency. So please don't think that this is too thin and go ahead and add more xanthan gum, because this is going to thicken even more. And after you leave it for 24 hours, you get the actual consistency of your product. So please don't go ahead and add more thinking that it is not thick enough. Okay, so I'll just take a few questions as I'm mixing this. Okay, so here someone has asked if I can add a coffee extract. So you can add any extracts of your choice. There is no particular preference. It depends on for what you're making the product. If you're making the product for wrinkles, for anti-aging, for dark spots, pigmentation, you can definitely go ahead and add coffee extract. That will be very beneficial for the skin. Okay, so now we have gone ahead and mixed this well here. If you all can see how thick jelly-like consistency this has given you. It's a very nice thick jelly consistency. There will be a little bit of, if at all feel it difficult to break the small particles of the xanthan gum, as I said, you can go ahead and blend this, because generally when you're making larger batches, when you make smaller batches, you don't have a problem, it gets easily dissolved. But when you make larger batches, lumps tend to remain because you are going ahead and adding more xanthan gum in your product. So in such cases, there is no harm at all. You can go ahead and blend this with the blender so that it gets evenly dispersed and there are no lumps left in between. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and we will add a little bit of color for this. Okay, so here since this is a rose jelly mask, we'll go ahead and add a little bit red color. It's not a red, it's a little purplish color, so it will give us a nice rose color here, a light color. Colors you can add any of your choice. Generally leaving it plain like this doesn't really look nice, so you need to give it some type of color so that it looks appealing. You can use liquid color as well, that will get easily dispersed in this. It will be more easily dispersed if you add a liquid color. And make sure you all are adding mica and you all are not adding pigment. Whatever color you all are adding, make sure it's a mica color, because if you add pigments, they will stay on the skin. So don't add any pigments in this, just add a mica color, mica powder or a liquid base. Okay, so now when you use powdered color, it might take some time for the color to come in because it needs to get dissolved in this. So it will take a little time till the time your product gets the color. Okay, so this is already getting a nice light purplish pink color as I'm mixing it. And as you're mixing, if you can see any lumps in between, you can go ahead and just start breaking them, whatever lumps are there. And as I said, you all can also use a blender if you feel that there are too many lumps in the mixture.
It's like that.
Okay, so I will just take a few questions here. There are a lot of questions come up here. I'll just answer a few of them. Okay, so this has got a nice light, a very light pinkish color, if you all can see. If you all can see, it has got a very light pink color. I have used very little mica. I have not used a lot, but I'm just leaving it as it is because there are a few mica pieces here, the powdered pieces, which will take some time to get dissolved in this. And it's definitely going to get dissolved because it is all water based, but it just takes some time. So I will not be adding more color because this is quite a nice, light color that we have got here. So I will leave the color to this, and I will also post this in the group so you all can see the actual color that has turned out. Now the most important part here is our preservative, which is very important when we are making any beauty products. If you want to preserve your product, you have to add a preservative. So here I will be adding phenoxyethanol as my preservative, and here we will add, for every 100 grams product that you make, you will add 1 gram of preservative. So here I am going ahead and adding 1 gram of my preservative. And this is something that you cannot skip, because if you don't use a preservative for this particular water-based jelly mask, within the next 2 to 3 days you will see all molds, black color mold, black or white color molds that have developed on top of your jelly mask. So this is something that you cannot skip. Okay, so the jelly mask looks somewhat like this. If you all can see, it's a light, very light purplish pink color. If I put it too low, it might fall, so I'm not. And the consistency is just like a gel. It's a complete gel consistency. It's a little thick gel, and you just need to take a little bit of it and apply it on your skin. You will feel like a jelly, like you're applying some jelly on your skin, and it will give you a very, very cooling effect. Like right now, I just feel so cool on my hand as I have applied this. So it just gives you the same hydration like what you use the, hydro jelly masks, which are actually so expensive. So you can definitely make these and use, which is going to give you the same benefits and even much more benefits. You can make it as per your choice, as per what you prefer for your skin. I'll just take a few questions now. People who have been asking few questions. Is this mask organic or natural? Yes, this is all natural, because even the xanthan gum that we are using is the most natural form of the gum that we are using. Plus we are using all natural extracts. The only thing that we are using here is mica color, which again, if you want plant-based, the ones that I am using are plant-based mica colors. So that is again a natural product. So this is a proper natural jelly face mask that we are making. Does it require preservative? Yes. As I said, we have added phenoxyethanol. Without preservative, you cannot make any skincare product. Preservation is most important when you're making a skincare product. Cucumber juice. I wouldn't suggest using any fresh juices for this, because generally it's already a water-based product, and using any fresh fruits can spoil your jelly mask very soon. So that's the reason why we generally use extracts and hydrosols, and we do not go for fresh fruit or fresh product. So if at all you want to make it for your personal use, if you know that you're just going to make a little jelly mask for your personal use, go ahead and add the cucumber juice. There is no problem, because that is just going to be for one-time use. But if you are going for selling, if you want to sell your product, then please use an extract or a hydrosol. To save in container, yes, these are generally to be kept in a glass container, or in a, even if you're storing it in a plastic container, it has to be a very good graded plastic, like this type of a container. It has to be a good grade plastic container, even if you're storing it in plastic. Otherwise, glass is most preferable for such type of water-based masks. Can we add niacinamide? Yes, you can, but that comes again in advanced hydrogels that we make. I won't be able to share the proportions and everything here, because these actives and hyaluronic acid and all comes in a very advanced based gel masks. But yes, you can use them. pH of the mask, we will be checking the pH of the mask. Any beauty products that we make, unless we are using any active ingredient which needs a low pH, which needs the pH to be very low or at a particular pH range, we have to make sure that all our beauty products, all our skincare products have a pH of about 5.5, between 5 to 5.5, which is very safe to use. So we will be going ahead and checking the pH as well. But once we have finished making the other mask, we will check both the pH at the same time. And if at all we need to lower it, I'll let you know how we need to do that. Shelf life, if you make this mask with the extracts and hydrosols, you can use it up to 6 months. But you have to make sure that even if you're selling this product, it has to be mentioned that it has to be stored in a cool and a dry place, because this is a complete water-based product. You cannot be storing this or having this kept in your kitchen or anywhere where there is a lot of heat coming in. Otherwise it will spoil the jelly mask, it will loosen it, it will become very watery. So at the end, this is a gel which has to be kept at that jelly consistency. For that, it has to be stored in a cool and a dry place. Carbomer, you cannot use as gelling agent. Can I use carbomer? You won't be able to use carbomer because you will be making a gel. Like how you make a aloe vera gel, there is a lot of difference between a jelly mask and a gel. So if you add carbomer, it will just leave you with a plain gel that you're applying on your skin, like a normal aloe vera gel or anything like that. So that really won't help with a jelly mask. You need some gelling agent. You need a nice thick gelling agent. Not there's a difference between this gum. It's like a thick gum gelling agent. So you need something like this. Will mask be completely transparent? Yeah, it will be. If you don't add color, it's going to be transparent. Now see, if you add the color, it's going to be this color. This is the color that you're going to get on the mask. If you all can just see how it's got that light purplish color, this is the color of the mask. When we skip rose water, how much distilled water? Yeah, you can take 86%, 85 to 86% distilled water if you want to skip rose water. Water-based color, yes. Color, mica powder or water-based, nothing will be oil-based. No oil-based colors, nothing oil-based will work for this. Extracts and essential oils are both different. Extract is different, essential oil is different. Both are two different ingredients. Yes, you can use gaur gum in place of xanthan gum. You can definitely do that. I will repeat the ingredients once again so you all can take that down. Okay. So now our remaining questions I will take after some time. So now I'll just repeat the ingredients that we have used to make our rose jelly mask. The water that I have taken is 51 grams. 51 grams of water, 35 grams of rose water, 2 grams of xanthan gum, 6 grams of glycerin. I have taken a combination of green tea and grapeseed extract, which is very hydrating and very softening for especially dry and combination skin. So I have taken 2 grams of each, 2 grams green tea extract and 2 grams grapeseed extract. And preservative will be 1 gram. In case if you are using a water soluble fragrance, that will be 1 gram. So 1 gram fragrance oil, 1 gram preservative. If you don't want to use any fragrance for this, it's absolutely fine. You can just leave it just without any fragrance. That is perfectly fine. The reason being we already have rose water in this, and rose water itself gives out a very beautiful smell. It gives you a nice fragrance of roses. So even if you want to skip out on the fragrance oil, you can go ahead and do that. Alright. So now this is our first jelly mask that we have made and done. And now we'll be doing the second one. The second one, the reason I have selected the aloe vera one is because I have a lot of many of the people who message me who are who are having a lot of problems with acne prone skin, with a very oily skin, with the skin where they have an uneven skin tone. So aloe vera mask is something that's going to help with this to a very great extent. If you have a lot of pimples, if you have a lot of acne scars, now this is a very basic gel that we are making, but there are a lot of advanced jelly masks that we make to treat these problems with a couple of actives that we add in this for treating a particular problem. So those actives are something which we are not going to be adding in this class. This will just be a normal aloe vera mask, but this is also equally beneficial. If you make it and use it, you will see the difference. And I always recommend at least using this jelly mask once a week. If you're making it at home, once, or even if you can use it twice a week, that's fine. It is absolutely safe for the skin, because basically when your skin feels very tired, you see that your skin feels very dull, there is no shine on your skin, there's all dullness, and this is more seen during the summer season. So you need something to plump up your skin, to moisturize it. So since this is just a water based jelly mask, you can even use it twice a week, and you will see how soft your skin feels, how hydrated your skin feels after using it. So you can definitely make this and see the difference. You can try it out. Okay, so now we are going ahead with our aloe vera jelly mask. I will go ahead and give you all the ingredients for this as well. You can just take it down. What are the ingredients needed? So now for the aloe vera jelly mask, I am going to be taking aloe vera hydrosol. Okay, aloe vera, I'm not going ahead with any fresh juices. But where aloe vera is concerned, if at all you all are making it for personal use, I would suggest if you all have an aloe vera plant, you all can go ahead, because the effect that you get with the natural aloe vera plant is something different. So if you're using it for yourself, you can, and if you really have a lot of acne on your skin, or a lot of hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, twice a week with the natural aloe vera juice, like you'll need to remove the pulp, if you add 1 cup aloe vera pulp, you need to add 2 cups of water and just blend it, and then make a juice out of it. That is your aloe vera juice. 1 cup aloe vera gel, that is the fresh gel from the plant, with 2 cups of water, and you need to blend it. So that will give you your aloe vera juice. So instead of the aloe vera hydrosol for this jelly, if you all are using it for personal use, just make it for a week. Just make a batch for a week, store it in the fridge, because you all are using fresh ingredients, so please store it in the fridge. So here I am taking a aloe vera hydrosol, which is again very effective, very good for the skin, and water. So it's going to be a combination of water and aloe vera hydrosol. Here I am taking 16 grams of aloe vera hydrosol, 16 grams of aloe vera hydrosol, and I am going to take 70 grams of water. So 16 grams of aloe vera hydrosol and 70 grams of water. And I am going to mix both together. Okay, so this is my water, and now I'm adding the aloe vera hydrosol, which is 16 grams. You can add any other hydrosol of your choice. You want cucumber hydrosol, you want turmeric hydrosol for hyperpigmentation, for acne, turmeric hydrosol, neem hydrosol. These are excellent for the skin. So instead of aloe vera, you can add any of those. Okay, so here I have added my combination of aloe vera hydrosol and water, and now again the xanthan gum and the glycerin is going to remain the same, 2 grams xanthan gum to 6 grams glycerin. I will also show you an easier way of dispersing the xanthan gum into your water. That will be a little more easier than the first one that I showed, in case you want to avoid the lumps. This can get a little lumpy, but don't worry, it's going to disperse well, and you can always use a blender if you feel you're not able to disperse and you're not able to break through the lumps that have got formed. Okay, so here again I'm taking 2 grams of xanthan gum. And we will add 6 grams of glycerin. Okay, and now we will mix this. Can we use rose powder instead of mica? See, when you're using, first of all, the powders that what you can use in this jelly mask is only water soluble powders. Please don't use any powders that are not soluble in water, because otherwise what will happen is it will give you a color. There is no problem in that, but then when you apply the jelly mask, you tend to feel those pieces on your skin, the rough pieces of the undissolved particles of your clays. So that's the reason why we don't recommend adding any type of clays to your jelly mask, because that is not going to get dissolved in this mask. Can we use a combination of cucumber? Yes, you can. Cucumber and green tea, definitely. Whatever 2 extracts that you want to combine, 2 or 3 extracts you want to combine, make sure that they complement each other and they are not, one is something different and the other one is something different. Make sure they complement each other. The uses of those extracts are more or less the same, for the same reason. So then you can go ahead and add the 2 extracts together. But cucumber and green tea is a good combination. The shelf life of the jelly mask, as I said, is about 6 months, but you need to store it in a cool and a dry place. You cannot store it in your, in the kitchen or somewhere where it is heated up. It will not last. How to use the mask? I just explained. What you need to do is, you just need to make the mask, put it all over your face and neck, and just keep it for 30 minutes. Just relax when you have put it, because it's going to be very cooling for the skin. You're going to be feeling very refreshed, just like how you put the hydrogel mask on your skin and you relax. The same way, you just need to put the jelly mask and relax. And after half an hour, you just need to gently massage everything on your skin and neck, and then wash it off. Washing will take a little time, because we have xanthan gum here, but it's not going to take a lot of time and it's worth the wait. Are you going to make other masks? Yes, I'm making an aloe vera mask now. Only 2 masks for this workshop. Rose mask which is already made, and now I'm making an aloe vera mask. Yes, you can add another preservative as well. There is no problem. This phenoxyethanol is a very broad spectrum preservative which has worked for me very well in most of my skincare products. So that's the reason why I have stuck to phenoxyethanol, and I don't generally use any other preservative. I use Optifin Plus sometimes, and otherwise most of the time I use phenoxyethanol. Aloe vera gel, no, as I said, you can't use aloe vera gel if you want to sell the product, because the shelf life is going to decrease if you're going to use fresh aloe vera juice. You have to use hydrosols and extracts if you want to sell your products or if you want the shelf life to increase. Okay, so now again here, this is a good gummy consistency, well dissolved. So now this is another way of mixing your xanthan gum. One way I already showed you last time, the last mask that we made. Now this is another way of mixing the xanthan gum. So you just need to take a little bit of the water from here, so that it is evenly dispersed with the water before you pour it into the main solution. And for all the people who are making this for the first time, this will be an easier way for you all to mix it. It's going to feel thick, but that is how it is with xanthan gum. Okay, so after you have added a little bit of water in this and mixed it, then you can add the solution into your main mixture. And then you can go ahead and mix it. Anyone who wants to use a blender at this point of time, you can go ahead and use a blender as well. It will get evenly and very nicely blended. If you want to mix it slowly with a hand, that is also fine. Fragrance, you have to use 1 gram. 1 gram per 100 grams of your jelly mask. How do we use? I just explained how you need to use the jelly mask. Pure aloe vera. Okay, so even if you want to use the aloe vera juice, that is the juice that you get in the market, you can go ahead and use that as well. There is no problem. You can use the aloe vera fresh, you can use the aloe vera juice that you get in the market, not the one that you make with the plant. Yes, you can use aloe vera extract in place of the hydrosol. Okay, so we're just going ahead and mixing this well. This will take some time to mix, but it will mix well, so don't worry. Where should we buy the plastic container? I will share the details of that as well, where you all can get the plastic container from. Okay, so what I'll do is I will also go ahead and use a blender and show you all one of this, how we can blend it and mix it. Okay, so I'm using a blender now. I'll just give it a blend and mix it. And now you all will see how this is formed into a nice gel after blending. So this is a much more easier way. If you all can see, it has formed into a very nice smooth gel. We will blend the other one also to make it more smooth. So this has given me like just a little bit of a blend, has given me a nice smooth gel consistency, and there are no no lumps, no particles, undissolved, nothing in this. Now we have to add our extracts. So for this one, I have taken a combination of aloe vera extract and cucumber extract, because since this is a aloe vera jelly mask, I have taken a combination of those two extracts. So now we'll just weigh out the aloe vera extract and cucumber extract. So this is going to be very, very conditioning. It's going to be, this is basically for oily skin, for acne prone skin, to soothe your skin, to even help with the acne and to even soothe the skin. This is an extremely good mask. So again here I'm going to be taking 2 grams of each, 2 grams of cucumber extract and 2 grams of aloe vera extract. Now cucumber extract will again help with any type of patchy skin, uneven skin tone, like if you have certain T-zones where you have a dark skin and certain places where your skin is lighter. So it will help to give you that even skin tone. So here we have taken our extracts and we will mix it. Okay, and the last step is, after mixing this, we will add our preservative. So this has become a much more smooth, jelly mask, because I use the blender. I will use the blender for that as well. So even the color will get dispersed evenly. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and add our Phoenix ethanol. And then we'll add our mica color. I'll just be adding a little bit green color to give it that good look like a aloe vera mask. And then I'll take a few questions. If you all have any questions, any concerns, please write it down, because after this I will just take a couple of questions that are here. This is also a very light green that I'm putting here. I don't want the colors to be too dark, so I've just taken a very light green, a very soothing green color here. So if you all can see, it's like a very soothing cucumber and aloe vera soothing green color. This is a nice soothing green color. Color preference is entirely your choice. I don't like my products to have a very bright and a very gaudy color, so I keep it very light. But again, that is entirely your choice. If you all want to add a little bit more color, you all can go ahead and do that. But just make sure that all the mica particles are completely blended, and there are no particles left in your jelly mask. I will also repeat both the recipes again for those who have missed out on the recipes. Okay, so this is the color that we have got, a light green color. And now for the rose jelly mask, the rose also has got a nice purple color, but I will go ahead and give it a blend once so that we don't have any particles left. Okay, so with just one blend, you will not have any particles, any unwanted lumps left in your mask. If you all can see the color now, this is a light purplish pink color here for the rose mask. this is the green one for the aloe vera mask. I'll just take a few questions now. Can we make rose water with fresh? You can make rose hydrosol with fresh rose petals. You can make a hydrosol and you can use it for your product. Also, another thing what you can do is, when you're making a rose mask, you can go ahead and add rose petals. So, you know, that will give you a more soothing effect on your skin. If at all you are into selling, the suggestion is don't add any fresh rose petals in this, because again there are chances for it to get spoiled. You can always have a packet of rose petals, where, you know, if at all you are into selling, this is just a tip. You can ask the person when they are using the jelly to just mix the rose petals, mix the gel, and then apply it on the skin. So what happens is you even get the benefits of the natural rose petals on your skin. But please don't add it in this and keep it, because again there are chances for your product to get spoiled soon, because we don't want any fresh product into our jelly mask. It's a complete water-based products. If we emulsify our products, we can add fresh things as well, fresh products as well. But this is a complete water-based one, so we don't want to add any fresh rose petals. Fresh aloe vera juice quantity. What quantity would you like? Please specify. Juice should be 16 gram also. Fresh aloe vera juice. If you are using a fresh aloe vera juice, you can go ahead and use it up to 25 grams. Up to 25 grams you can use fresh aloe vera juice. Now this is a aloe vera hydrosol, so I have used it up to 16 grams. How to use this mask? Have you joined now? Because I have already explained how to use the mask. Can we use the sugar scrub you thought in the cetyl? Yeah, you can use cetyl alcohol for the sugar scrub. That was covered last time. Need some spelling of. Please message me, Kusum, for marketing tips. That is something I can help you once you message me. Spelling of the preservative. Preservative spelling is PHENOXY. 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 ETHANOL. Ethanol. Phenoxy ethanol. How much quantity of perfume? 1 gram. 1 gram of the 1 gram of your fragrance. That should be water-based fragrance. You cannot use a oil-based fragrance. Is this type of blender goes with cosmetic? Yes. These type of blenders you need to use when you're making your cosmetic products. Can we use preservative when we use fresh aloe juice? Yes, you can. You definitely can. There is no problem. You have to use distilled water if at all you're selling your product. If you're not selling your product and if you're using it for personal use, you can go ahead and use DM water or your filtered water. But if at all you're selling it, you have to use distilled water. You are not added any extract for this mask. Cucumber and no, I added the extract. I added the extract later after adding the xanthan gum mixture, but I have added extracts in both the masks. Plastic container, I will share the details in the group. Why do we add distilled water? Why we add distilled water instead of total? See, the thing is that when we are making a gel, for our xanthan gum to gel, it needs water. That is a very, very important ingredient if we are making a gel. If we are making a, for a thickener, you need water as the base. So that is the reason why we have to add water. Even if we are adding any other hydrosol, we are adding any other liquids, like you're adding aloe vera juice or you're adding rose water, you're adding any other liquids, but the base, the water has to be there as a base to help the xanthan gum to thicken. So that is the reason why we cannot take 100% of other juices and make this, because it's not going to be effective. It's not going to give you the same texture as you get when you add water as your base. It will give you a more runny, a more thin texture. Okay, so for this class, everyone, we have finished making both of our jelly masks, and I would really like you all to try out. Though it looks a little clumpy, but as you take it, I will also show you. Plus, we will check the pH. As you take it on your fingers and you apply it, it's going to give you a nice, jelly-like feel, a watery jelly-like feel. It's exactly the same feel, a slippery jelly feel. As you put, I don't know how many people have used the hydrogel mask, but it gives you the exact same slip and exact same softness and feel when you use the way you use your hydrogel mask, and it gives you such a good cooling effect. Like now I have applied this on my skin and I am feeling so cool in this much portion, like as if I have applied some gel. So when your skin is tired, when your skin needs that moisturization, you say, hydration, you say, this is one of the best things to use. In my personal preference, even more than any other masks, any other face masks or anything, this is one of the most preferred masks which I love using, because after you wash your face, after using this mask, you actually see the difference. You can actually feel the glow on your skin. And these are just very basic masks for anyone who wants to learn the advanced masks. Like there are a lot of things that go into making advanced masks, which are exactly like the ones you get outside, with much more active ingredients, much more other ingredients added. So if you all want to learn the advanced masks, you all can message me, because I will be very soon coming up with a advanced jelly mask and face mask workshop. So for that, you all can go ahead and message me for that. I'll give you all the details. But this is something that first I would like you all to try. So once you make this, once you get an understanding of how it feels on your skin, then you can go to the next step of trying out more advanced masks. Now the last and very important thing is checking the pH. So when you make any skincare products, it's very important that you, even especially if you're selling, you have to make sure that the pH is checked. So how you need to do that, I will just show you. So you need to take a very small quantity. You need to take a very small quantity of the gel into a bowl, and you need to add double the quantity of water. And you have to mix this. Now to check the pH, you need a pH strip. I will just show you all what is a pH strip and where you all can get this. So you have to mix this very well before you're checking the pH. Just give me a minute. Okay, so this is the pH strip. The pH strip looks something like this, and this is very easily available on Amazon. So I suggest whoever is making beauty products, please go ahead and buy this pH strip, because without this you will not be able to check the pH of your product. So even if you're making a product and you're not able to check the pH, it's absolutely not safe to use the product. You have to check the pH of the product before you're using it. So this is something, and these are the papers. These are the yellow papers with the help of which we check the pH of the product. So now I'll go ahead and just tear off one paper. and we check the pH. So now we've already made our mixture here. Okay. So now let us check the pH of this. So I feel that it's not bad. It's a pH of 6, which is very good for the skin. There is no problem. But we want a pH of 5.5. So now what we are going to do for that, I will quickly tell you all how you need to, what you'll need to do to lower the pH of your product. If at all your pH has a, if at all your product has a high pH, you need to make a 50% concentration of citric acid. So how will you do that? You will take 5 grams. Supposing you take, supposing you want to make a 50% concentration. So you will take 5 grams of citric acid and you will add 5 grams of water in that. You can also do 5 grams citric acid with 10 grams water. That is also fine. Alright, so then you need to make a solution like this. This solution is 5 grams citric acid to 10 grams water. Now once you make this solution, you can go ahead and keep this in the fridge. There is no problem. This is not going to spoil. You can use it. You just need to use about 2 to 3 drops to lower the pH. So now what we'll do is, I'm taking my citric acid solution. Please don't add citric acid powder directly into your product. That is not the way that you use the citric acid. You have to make a solution of it. You make a 50% or else you make a 5% citric acid powder to 10% water and you make your solution. Now go ahead and add, I'm just adding about 3 drops of citric acid solution to my product. And we mix it. Okay, and now let us go ahead and check the pH again. So we'll take a small amount of this. And we'll add some water. And now we'll check the pH. Okay, so just by adding 3 drops of citric acid, we have brought down our pH to 5.5. So now it is a nice yellow color. When you see a yellow color on your pH paper, that is perfectly fine to use your product. So now you know your product is good to use. Alright, so this is the one which we did for the cucumber. And now we'll go ahead and check the pH of the rose. So I'll just take a little bit of the rose jelly. And we'll follow the same method. Just mix it and check the pH. How much you added the solution? I thought I need to directly check pH by dipping. No, you cannot directly check the pH by dipping. You have to make a solution and you have to check the pH. Okay, again here, I think we'll need about 3 to 4 drops of citric acid to make this to a yellow. You cannot directly drop in your pH paper in this and check the pH. That's not the right method. You have to make a solution and then check your pH. When pH is less, then what should be done? When pH is less, then you have to take a sodium hydroxide solution. That is to increase your pH. The same way how we have gone ahead and reduce the pH by making a solution with citric acid, you have to make a solution with sodium hydroxide. You can add 5 grams sodium hydroxide to 10 grams water, make a solution, and drop by drop you need to add it to increase your pH. Okay, so we'll take a little here now. And always to test your pH, please make sure you all go ahead and dilute it and check. Otherwise, you all will not be able to get the correct pH. Okay, so now this has come to a proper yellow after adding about 4 drops of our citric acid solution. So now this is absolutely safe to be used for the skin. There is no problem. We have balanced the pH and everything is perfect. So this is how we need to make our jelly mask. So I'll just see if anyone has any question here. Citric acid solution, it can be kept for about 6 months also. It's not going to get spoiled. Citric acid solution can be kept for a very long time. To make the pH value 5.5, then what changes we need to make? No, you don't need to make any changes. You just have to add the citric acid solution till it lowers and comes to 5.5. The moment you add the citric acid solution, automatically the pH of the product will get low and it will come to, so that's why we always recommend, please do not add too much of citric acid, because what happens is if you go to add excess, if you add 10 drops and then your pH goes down to 3 and 4, you have to go ahead and make a sodium hydroxide solution and bring it up to 5.5. So please, when you want to lower your pH, start with 2 to 3 drops. Check your pH. If you feel it has reached 5.5, it's okay. Otherwise, go ahead and add another 2 drops. But do it step by step. Alright, so I think most of the questions are answered and we are also done with both of our products. I hope you all found them useful and I really want you all to try out these products. I want you all to make them. If you all have, do make them and share it in the group as well. I'll be keeping the group link open for some time so that you all can, share if you all have made anything new in both the groups that I have. I'm going to keep the message link on for you all. So whoever is making this product, please share it in the group. Tell us your experience. After using it, how you liked the product. Have you found it good? Because to be very honest, I only come up with these live workshops, and share all this once it's tried and tested, and I really find the product worth sharing with you all is when I have these live sessions. So these are all very well tried and tested products. We've seen great results, effects, but these are the basic jelly masks that I have made here today. There are much more advanced masks that you can make once you learn how do you need to make all that. And if anyone is interested, you all can definitely message me. For tomorrow I have a shampoo, face wash and a body wash workshop, but that's a paid workshop, that's not a free workshop. If anyone is interested in joining, it's from 3 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. If anyone is interested in joining that workshop, you all can message me. I will provide you all with all the details. And thank you so much all of you for joining in today for this workshop, for this live. And I really hope that you all have found some value in what you all have attended, and please do make these products and please do post them in our group as well. Thank you so much every one of you. Thank you. Bye.